Hello everyone, my name is Nicole Porter. First of all, Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Welcome to another episode of Transform Now. I have a special guest with me. Her name is Kimberly Gray.
Hi everyone.
Kimberly, welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me.
And tonight we're going to talk all things finances.
I love it.
So Kimberly, tell me a little bit about yourself and what is it that you do?
Well, my name again is Kimberly Gray and I'm a financial advisor with Merrill Lynch. And I work with families, individuals, and small business owners to come up with a financial plan that would help them to achieve their goals.
Absolutely. I love it. And when I have any questions, I reach out to her because she is good at what she does.
Thank you.
She's killing the game right now. Now, on our interview, I just wanted to, because, it's the first of the year, right?
Okay.
And a lot of people, they're in the headspace of revamping and, trying to get organized with their finances and trying to put away money. So, so I want to reach out. I'm reaching out to my audience to help them, to guide them along the way. And that's why I bring in the experts.
Okay.
Because she knows her stuff. Now, let me ask you, a lot of people throwing around credit. Like, what exactly is credit? Or what is a credit score? What is that?
Well, a credit score, basically what it is a score that ranges between 350 to 850.
Wow.
And 350 is the lowest that someone can go, and 850 is the highest that someone can go.
So a 350 is kind of like an F.
Yes.
Wow.
And an 850 is an A. A plus.
A plus, honey. So you want to aim for A plus.
Exactly.
Wow.
So that score, what it basically is, it's what lenders use to basically price your loan.
Wow.
And that plays into your interest rate that they will use to charge on the loan that you're applying for.
So even credit card companies, they use that as well to see how much they can give you on a revolving credit card. Right?
Yes, they do. They definitely take a look at that credit score to see how they can price the credit card itself.
Wow.
Yes.
So let me ask you, so what exactly is a good credit then?
So good credit is, definitely someone that has what we call in my industry, anything that's average and above. So average will be anywhere from a 680 credit score and above, usually gets like preferential rating.
Wow.
And that's a good credit score. Now having good credit now allows you to operate where you can apply for things, get the best interest rate if you're applying for a home. You can get discounts on rates. So it gives you advantages and benefits that are not usually accustomed to someone. Yes, leverage is the word.
Yeah. So buying a house, is that considered good debt?
That's good debt. So buying a home is good debt because generally not everyone is able to walk around and drop $250,000 on a home.
Yeah.
So good debt is just having a small mixture of things, not a whole bunch of credit cards or a whole bunch of loan, but you can have a nice, tasteful size of debt. That's good. Credit card, try not to have as much. Student loan, if you have, we got to go to school. You may not be able to, but as long as it's manageable and you're able to, pay and afford it and pay for it on time. Mortgage. It's also a good debt. Called auto loans, also a good debt, as long as you're able to manage it.
Yes, and I think that's the key word.
Keyword is manage. Yes.
So it also sounds like you have to have a good matrix.
Correct.
Not like all revolving accounts and no installments, right?
Right. You have to have a good mix, and that's all it is. It's having that balance. And I'm not saying to go have 5 auto loans, 2 houses, 3 credit cards, 10 personal. No, just have a good mix that's sufficient to your income.
All right, so let me ask the expert right here. How many credit cards do you recommend that a person have?
I would say 0 if you can.
0.
But we all do know that credit operates a lot of movement of things, especially if you're purchasing a home. So I would say that you should have no more than maybe 1 to 2 credit cards. And credit cards should not be used for emergency sales. It should be used more for like an emergency big purchase that you can afford to pay for, pay it off at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the APR?
So the APR now, that's an interest rate that is basically calculated for the entire year. And what it does is it's basically represents the total finance charge on that debt, whether it's a credit card, an auto loan, a mortgage, a personal loan, and it's a percentage of it, of the finance charge. So that's what the APR is. It stands for annual percentage rate.
Okay, annual percentage rate. So again, it's the interest that the companies use to the annual. Okay,
it's the interest rate that the companies use on for the entire year.
Wow.
For that particular loan. That's how they calculate. That's how they're able to calculate how much interest that you would be responsible for in 1 year, like let's say on a mortgage or a personal loan or an auto loan. So that's how they're able to calculate.
So like with credit cards now, if you don't pay the whole balance,
it has that APR factored in there.
So you're paying more than what you actually utilize.
Yes.
See, she's giving us game right now. She's giving us nuggets. I hope y'all taking notes, okay? So when it comes to emergency funds, how much money do you think we should put aside?
Emergency funds, one should definitely have one set in place for sure, because emergencies will happen. It's not if, it's when.
When.
And you should comfortably have at least 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses.
3 to 6?
3 to 6 months of your priority expenses. So you want to
that's like
sure,
your mortgage,
yes,
your car
utilities,
loan.
your car loan,
things
that are essential that you should have set aside.
Grocery money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we gotta eat.
Gotta eat, right?
Yes.
Wow. So let me ask you, this one I really need to know this one. When it comes to, so which one you think is better? You think buying a car or to lease?
So my personal preference is definitely purchasing. But for some people, lease may be that option, because leasing allows you to have the vehicle that you want at a much lower car payment, because it generally what it is when you lease, the car payment is about 60% lower than if you were to purchase.
Really?
But here's the 6 and 1/2 dozen, Nicole. Yeah. If you lease, the payment may be very low, but think about your car insurance, because now you have to add more features to that car insurance to take on that lease.
Wow.
So your car insurance goes up. So it's like a seesaw effect. The payments are low on the lease, but you pay a lot on the car insurance.
I didn't know that.
When you purchase your vehicle, the payments may be a little higher, but at the end you come out where you actually own that vehicle.
Car. And it becomes an asset.
Yes, that you could sell it later for whatever price that someone is willing to pay for it.
Wow. So let me ask you, how much and what type of life insurance would you recommend someone to have?
So I can't give a blanket advice, because I would say term insurance is typically the best insurance, because the premium is affordable, it's low, and typically young families, it's best. Term insurance is usually best, because you can buy so much coverage for so much cost in premium. But there are so many different types of life insurance that's out there. So that one is like a hit or miss. You have to really do a full analysis to see what that person's financial picture looks like, to be able to identify the right type of insurance.
So it's more based on individual.
Yes.
You have to like personalize it.
Yes, because life insurance, you can definitely personalize it to them.
Okay. Very good. So let me ask you, I know this is very subjective as well. So how much money would I need to retire?
Oh yeah, that's a lot. That's very subjective, and that's going to also fall back on the individual. So what we do, I'll tell you what my firm does. So at Merrill, what we do is we offer our clients what's called a wealth outlook process, where we do a deep dive into your current state of your finances right now today.
Wow.
And then we come up with a plan based on the data that we've entered in. It spits out different options as to how much you will need based on your goal. So we focus on the 7 life priorities that someone goes through in life. For example, marriage, giving, purchasing a home, divorce, having a baby. We go through all those different life cycles. And that helps us to determine now what it is that you need. So we look at your base salary now, your current expenses, to project something way out in the future, to basically come up with that number that you're going to need. So for example, you can kind of use as a rule of thumb, 75 of your current income now is what you generally can live off of in the future. So kind of use that as a rule of thumb as well.
Wow. Yeah, because I've known couples that are married. They only live off one income.
Yes.
I'm like, how do they do it? But it's the right way to do it, because then you go save the other income.
Yes. I wish I had that other spouse to be able to save.
Girl, me too.
But yeah, spouses are able to do that because they have twice the amount of income. Hopefully they don't have twice the amount of expenses. That's the key.
Exactly, because sometimes they can incorporate a lot of debt over a period of time.
Yes.
So how important it is to have a budget?
It is critical to have a budget. It's very important because having a budget will you're basically determining now how and where you want your money to flow and move. Because if you don't have that budget, then your money rules you.
Wow.
You don't have the power to say, I need it to go here, there, or here. It's telling you, well, I'm going to go here, here, here.
Wow.
So you need to have that budget so you can stay on course and be able to navigate through your entire financial plan that you have.
I heard someone say that you have to tell your money where you want it to
basically,
go.
That's what you do. That's basically
if not,
a budget.
It has no direction where it should go.
Exactly, because and for me, if I don't have a budget, it's going to end up in Donna's restaurant.
We love that
Donna's, because they have that lunch special, that $4.99 special. It will end up there, and it will end up at Dunkin' Donuts.
Wow, this is so important, guys. Like, the finances, in my opinion, I think that's like the foundation of everything.
Oh yeah,
because it can make or break a marriage. It can make and break a relationship. Just anything. I feel like that's it. Because even when you're going to business, you still need to manage your money.
Oh yes.
To pay your employees and to get things in order. All that stuff. So just one more time, just to sum everything up, what's the message would you like to share with someone that's, don't feel like there's hope for them, with their finances, and they're like, you know what, that's it, I'm gonna, just give up. Like, what is it you would share with that person?
I'm glad you asked that question, Nicole, because for me, I had come to that point myself a few years back, and I wrote my book, The Financial Guide for Savvy Divas, for that reason, because
get it. It's good.
You got to get it. It's on Amazon and it's available. Just search Financial Guide for Savvy Divas. But I had to come to a point in my life where everything, like I had nowhere to turn. I robbed Peter, Sam, Paul, Jacob just to pay.
Everybody.
Yeah. So
no, we're laughing, but it's serious.
It's serious.
But we all have done it.
We all have done. I will tell you, there is hope. You just have to decide for yourself when enough is enough.
Yes.
And I had to come to that point, because I remember there was one point for me, a pivotal point was I used to do the check cashing stores, and I would go in, and I'm like, every paycheck was, I'm done.
What? It's addicting.
It's addicting, because once you hop on, you can't come off. It's hard.
It's like a roller coaster ride.
You know those hamsters that
on a wheel.
That's what it is.
My God.
And when I went back to the store, and I said to the girl after I got my income tax, I said, I'm going to get right because I'm just done. She was like, When I said to her, I'm not coming back here. She didn't believe me, but guess what? God. She didn't see me again.
And then now they get so fancy where they're sending you through the mail now.
That's okay.
The online ones now.
They don't send it to me now. No. Because I will never go back there.
Never.
But you have to decide again when enough is enough.
Draw a line in the sand.
Draw a line in the sand. Create the budget. For me, was starting the budget. Then when I saw the budget, I saw where my money was going all over the place. I started looking at, okay, what is a priority now?
Yeah.
I don't need this cable bill, so I cut it off or cut it down.
Exactly.
I looked at, I cut off my phone and I went to a prepaid phone.
Shut up.
Yes. I started extreme couponing.
Ooh, you hear that, lady?
It took every Sunday. I was in my parents' house with Walgreens, Publix. I had 5 or 6 newspapers that I bought at the Walgreens.
Yeah.
And I literally spent 6 hours organizing the coupons. And it was so organized.
It was like a folder.
I had a folder with the protective sleeves
in between.
Yes.
My
and I
God.
had it categorized, and I had everything organized. And I lived like that for about 2 years. And then I finally got to a point where I was free. But it comes to the point where you have to decide enough is enough. And then you come up with a game plan. The budget is the key. That was the key. That was where
that's
found
the game changer.
That's the game changer.
Yeah. And I always say, like when I'm doing my coaching, I always tell people that it really starts with you.
Yes.
It all starts with you, because no one is not going to go out there and do it for you.
Definitely not.
You have to do the work, the self-work, the money work, all the work that you have to do. You have to do it yourself.
Yes.
You know, and that is what she did. Yes. And now look at her.
I have to, because you have to create that discipline and consistency. That's the key. Discipline and the consistency.
Because we all start, but can we finish?
That's the key.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I tell my clients, you know, listen, we could sit here, chop it up, and we can talk finances, but until you decide when it's time for you to move, I can't move for you. I can encourage you to move, but I can't move for you. You got to move.
Yeah.
Because now that we've identified what the problem is, because I'm a financial doctor at the end of the day, I identify the problem. I tell you what we need to do to fix it. It starts with you.
And I think with personal finance is that we all don't read on the same level as we should. And we really have to, you know, find the resources and get the help and get the coaching that we need to really, really, you know, get focused on it. Because if you can't learn if you don't have the information. You have to go get the information.
Yes.
You have to really seek the help and seek knowledge.
You know, you made up a great point, because also when I started my journey, I read a lot of financial books. I read a lot of Dave Ramsey. I read some Susie Orman. I read quite a few other
authors.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Wow, he's good.
He's good.
Yeah.
And
good.
I read, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I read that book. I read other books as well, and I also read a lot of personal self-development books like John Maxwell.
Oh, I love him. Love John Maxwell.
Guess what? We are our own bank. We are the managers of our money. So when I understood leadership,
we are our own bank. I like that.
Yes, when I understood leadership concept, and I understand, you know, my own personal growth, and I understood the value of money, then I started to operate myself as the CEO over my own finances. So that was key. I forgot to mention that.
Oh,
but
my God.
Reading.
It's a game changer, y'all. Yeah. It's the game changer. Get a book, crack it open, and read.
Because start with my book.
Yeah. Start with her book, for real. No, I'm serious, because it's the first of the year, the first month, and you really want to set the direction of where you want to go.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't set the direction where you want to go if you don't have money.
That's right.
So you have to start with the basics.
Yes. And for those who want to get into business and have your own business, you have to first be a CEO over your own finances. Because if you can't be your own CEO over your own finances, how can you be CEO over your own company?
It's a word. My God.